Thank you very much for staying tuned. May Almighty Allah bless you for being part of the program. And so far, so good. Alhamdulillah, we recited the glorious Quran and we brought out some lessons therefrom. So we want to look into the lessons from the Quran of today vis-a-vis the theme of our year's yes, the theme of our year's program, to see what and what we can do when a person is faced with trials and when a person is having to put trust in Almighty Allah, to rely on Almighty Allah, to trust Him in the face of trials, to endure. And we want our sheikhs to encourage us further on this, because matters of arrogance for those to whom Allah has given will not be there again. When people have gone through trials, they become more humbled. And whatever it is, after being humbled, for a person to still feel he has and owns everything, it's like a kind of contradiction of belief system as far as we have it in Islam. So we want our sheikhs to explain to us further this matter of being humble, not being arrogant, even despite whatever Allah has given to you, so you can remember other people at such periods of time. Sheikh Tajuddin, we would like you to set the ball rolling for us.
Yes, we give thanks to Allah.
Alhamdulillah.
You see, the area of being humble is expected of a good Muslim, because we in Islam believe that we are servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
In the first place.
So if you are a servant, then it means you must submit yourself to your Creator. You don't have alternative to what He actually is having. Anything He commands you to do, you are His servant, you do it. And being arrogant, most of the time, come with the feeling that you are big, and you are better, and you are the one that provides for yourself. And this negate and contradict the content of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah itself. That's why a Muslim should always be humble. At-tawadu. وَمَنْ تَوَاضَعَ لِلَّهِ رَفَعَ. Whosoever humble himself for Allah's sake, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will honor him, and people will honor him and will respect him. If you look at the nature of man by nature, he doesn't want somebody arrogant himself. He doesn't want. People love those who are humble. Even if you see somebody who is in a position either of wealth, either of power, and is arrogant, people will be saluting him, rankadid and all this, but they hate him. Immediately he leaves the place, they will start backbiting. But if you are humble, people will sincerely within themselves. They will not even know where the love is coming from. So please let us try as much as we could to be simple, easygoing, humble. Now,
thank you very much. I want Imam Fuad to, in addition to what Sheikh has just said now, some people are actually, because of not just riches now, maybe knowledge or position or whatever a person is called, then every other human being becomes like ant. You know, they don't just consider other people as if they are human beings with senses. What do you say to this?
You know, three things used to make man arrogant and used to make man to misbehave, unless the one that has it with fear of Allah. Those who have wealth, stupendous wealth, they are naturally, they are prone, to arrogancy. And those who have position, you know, some people, it is by position you can describe them. They say is powerful, is connected.
Yes.
That the one who will just say somebody is, they will arrest somebody and they will get him, and it is the same police officer that arrested him will take him back home to say sorry, sir, because a particular person is powerful. Such people, they are prone to be arrogant. And those who have knowledge, knowledge that it is there, they can bring anything, unless by Allah's mercy they are prone to be arrogant. If God now wants to give you the greatest test in your life, you combine 1 or 2 or 3 of them at the same time.
Then you have power at the same
Power, money, or probably intelligence too, knowledge. Unless by Allah's mercy, most people who are in that position, unless they are conscious of God sincerely, you are prone to be very arrogant. But those who are actually arrogant in such a situation, based on even the verses we read from the Quran, is because they don't know where what they have gotten is coming from. The verse of the Quran that says, those whenever anything happens to them, qalu inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. It's not only when people died that we know that we are from Allah and to Him we are returned. The meaning is everything we have gotten in this life is actually not our own. We are just custodian. Allah is the one that has given it to us. And definitely, no matter how powerful, no matter how intelligent, no matter how strong, it will still go back to where it's coming from. So if that is certain, then those people that Allah has given the opportunity, that is why Quran tells them that it will be better for them when they enter their garden and say, MashaAllahu la quwwata illa billah. Say, all these things you see us doing is just only Allah. It's not that we know we are better than you. It's not that we are stronger than you. It's not that we know how to do things better than you. It's just Allah's mercy. Because if it does not correspond with what Allah wants, there is nothing you could do that will be fruitful. In fact, in a verse in the Quran somewhere, Allah says that who is the farmer among us? Is it you that you plant something and you go back? Or we that allow you to germinate? He said, who among us is the farmer? Who is that person that is growing it? Allah tells us, don't deceive yourself. Your efforts is fruitless without the will of Almighty Allah on it. So when you now achieve it, every second, every minute of your life should be able to take you back to the owner himself.
Remember where you started.
Remember where you started.
Oh, thank you very much. Some people like that, maybe position, and when he becomes director, he becomes the head of his place, then people will greet him, he will answer with his nose.
You are with a particular officer in an office. I've seen it personally. And those who know, they know the person I'm talking. The person, we are always sitting together. I remember then I was in government something. Before you know, he has his own way and he becomes the most senior of all these things. Believe me, it does not even greet anybody. When you greet him, it will be as if he has never met you before.
You just do like that.
Just say hi, hi. But anytime, we always make jest of those people. They are the people who do not have tomorrow, because by the time they leave, no matter how long, no, there is even a policy of government now. Anybody that is 8 years on the party, especially when you are a director, you are going home. What is the thing that you are doing that you think there's nobody like you? You pity people who are arrogant. They are arrogant on imaginary thing, because the thing they are holding can never last. It can never, no matter who you are. It can never. In fact, when you put something in your mouth, something that you love, if you try it, you don't want it to go, it's either you spit it out or you swallow it. It's either of the two. It cannot be there permanently.
Sheikh, I see you are smiling about this.
Yes,
some people are quite humble, even with their positions and everything, but their wives are the ones who will tell people, I will call my husband and he will deal with you. Please, it's not the way you are saying it, as if it's only men that have this problem. Please talk about the women too.
Well, you see, power intoxicates in most at times. Very few of those who are in position of power that are humble.
Very few.
And that's why Allah has mentioned that in the Quran, that this power you are seeing doesn't belong to you. قل اللهم مالك الملك تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتنزع الملك ممن تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء بيدك الخير إنك على كل شيء قدير. Now, you see, this power is temporal. And Allah said, tell them, Allah owns the power. The power that is absolute, unlimited of space and time. But any other person in position, as Imam has rightly mentioned, he has time limitation, and then he has also space limitation.
Even power limitation.
Of course, power limitation too. Because you cannot be the president of Nigeria and you go to Ghana and you start giving speech. It's not possible. You cannot be governor of one state in Nigeria and you go to the other state and you claim being governor. So it means even the space is limited. And even your state itself, if you are very wise, there are things you cannot control.
Yes.
You cannot go to the sea and the ocean and start giving them the speech of burden.
Or go to the jungle.
You see, and then the angels who are there, the jinn who are in your state, you don't have control of them.
Allah.
So everything given to you is temporal. And in fact, Allah has given those in power so that they will enjoy this life, and then the hereafter also they will enjoy it. If they know the secret of that position, they could have made the best use of it to enjoy both. That's why on the day of Qiyamah, those to be called into the shade of Allah first are those who are given power and they are humble. Al-Imam al-Adil. Sab'atun yadhilluhum Allahu fi dhillihi yawma la dhilla illa dhillu. Al-Imam al-Adil.
Is number one.
That's the
Yes,
Imam that is just.
Yes, it's just. A leader that is just. Allah will call them to his shade. So the first group. So it means if you are given power, please humble yourself.
I think the Imam also has power too.
Well,
the Imams are humble. I believe.
Well, let us leave that area aside. But really, as Mala has said, knowledge also intoxicates.
Yes.
But now we are discussing the area of power.
Okay.
Because they have more impact. The more your leaders are humble, are merciful, the more you have easiness in that nation or in that area. I said it's temporal.
Yes.
It's limited to time and space, and especially in this content of democracy, the time is
You have
limited.
tenure.
So it means you are going to live whether you like it or not. The best you could do is to make the best use of that time. It's an opportunity.
Yes.
You impact in life of people positively. People will like you. People will love you. People will pray for you. You know, even after the tenure, they will be wishing. They will be mentioning you. That how we wish this man will continue.
Allah.
How we wish it is his time.
Allah.
That is an honor to you, a great one for that matter. Now, when you come to wives of those who are in power, they are also powerful. When you have president, you have first lady. When you have governor, you have first. Now, this first you are seeing are also very strong and very powerful.
Yes.
In fact, at times they control.
Yeah.
Yes. And look, don't even go high. Even at lower level, I'll give you one instance. A man took his child to a school, an Islamic school, mind you, and the wife accompanied him. When they reached the office, luckily enough for them, the head teacher there is a lady.
Now.
After having the instruction of the school, everything, then the wife of the man said, "You should not beat my child here. Nobody should touch him."
Nobody should touch my child.
And the husband is there.
He didn't
Silent.
say anything.
He is not happy with what has been said. But he has no option. Because that is the remote control. He was not happy. And the principal became sad. Do you know how that man escaped? He technically left his key there, key to his car, because they came in the same car, in the office of the principal. When they went down, about entering the car, "Why is my key?" "Ah, no, the key is not." Then he ran back to go and pick the key. Then he told the principal that, "Look, if he misbehaves, deal with him." But he cannot say it before Hajia. That's a very serious issue. You can see some individuals how
So
powerful.
Hajias are very powerful.
Very, very powerful.
Subhanallah.
And you don't underrate their powers. They can deal with anybody. And those who are lucky to be having control, they should thank Allah for that. Because, and those Hajias who are powerful, they should know that it's limited. It's limited to time.
They're pushing their husband around.
They should not do that. And then also, not only time limitation, it has been documented against them in their files. And they will feel that In fact, even among their colleagues, they will tell, no, 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 I will not take that from him. I will not take. That's arrogance. Your husband should be your leader. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم فالصالحات قانتات. So men are leaders. If the man is going wrong, you check his excesses. But when he's going right, you don't use the love he has for you to control, to detect, and even to be corrupt. May Allah save us.
I mean,
I just want to join Imam here. There are two instances. There was a governor in this country, and many people who have read that story will know what I'm saying. He said he's surprised with people who are in power. They are arrogant. They are not doing the right thing. Don't they have wives?
That's how he said it.
He said his wife, one day they were hosting as a governor some group of people, that it was the chief of staff of SGF that took a decision. He went there, and the decision he took, the governor did not like it, and he was shouting at the chief of staff of SGF, I can't remember which of the position, as he was shouting at him, the wife too was there. So when they got home, the wife stood up, said, my husband, you have insulted that man wrongly. You must go there and apologize to him. That if you don't, we are not sleeping in this house together. And the woman insisted until when the governor said he went to that man's house that night to say, please, I'm sorry for what I have done. See, after that, the man became one of the best human beings he had ever met. The wife now explained and said, the way you have insulted this man is a very brilliant person. What you have told him is that he should not take decision by himself again. Then when he don't take decision by himself again, then you are doomed. So it means women who are good should always be they should use their position positively to make things better. But most of us, when I say us, including men and women, our advice, our most of the time, is based on our personal interests, not on the interests of the principal. Some of the time, the husband, some of the time, our leader who has invited us to come and say something. Even some scholars, I don't want to say imams alone, when you see them preaching or talking against somebody, it is because their interest is not there. The moment their interest is there, they might not do that. So, but whatever position Allah has given to us, I think the best thing is to use it consciously for God and for the betterment of the people that we are supporting.
Be humble. MashaAllah, thank you very much. All this while we are talking about the power that people have, the position that they possess, and many other things of wealth that they have. What do you say about the poor person that cheats? It is not only the big people in position. What of those who are poor, they cheat, some of them are very wicked, towards even the rich people. Let us not spare them. I like you to speak to those people who consider themselves to be poor also. What are they supposed to do? So that some people, is because of poverty, they even stop praying. They feel Allah has not favored them. All of these ones we are saying trust in Allah, some don't even have any mind of that. They are the ones you see going to rituals and stuff like that. I need you to admonish these people also. It's not only big people that are in trouble, you know. So let's hear from you, Sheikh Tajudeen.
Yes, when we are discussing those who are power intoxicant, that doesn't mean that those who actually are less privileged are holy.
They are not holy at all.
Yes. It actually is a mix of, there are those who are good among the leaders, very humble, and there are those who are good among those who are less privileged or the poor. There are those who are arrogant even though they are still
even
poor.
Person that's arrogant.
That arrogance is actually is the most terrible one. When you don't have anything and you are arrogant, who are you going to be arrogant? But you see, in terms of behavior, we are all the same. There is no difference, except those whom are ideal, are responsible. And these are in all classes across, either men or women, either rich or poor, either knowledgeable or not having the knowledge. It cut across. If you pick an example of somebody who has been taken to graveyard.
Hmm.
Somebody died. You know, that is the peak of lessons you will learn
You
in life.
can learn in life. Allah Akbar.
And on reaching the graveyard, while putting the corpse inside the grave, people noticed that the handset of that man may fall inside. And they said, okay, bring it out so that it won't fall. And then he give it out to unknown. You know, you don't need to bother.
Okay, hold it for me.
Yes, hold it. After finishing the burial, the set could not be found.
Oh, somebody stole his phone.
Is it a minister that will do
in
that?
the burial ground?
Yes, or a pamsey will do that, or a director will do that. Is the poor man who that do that?
Imam can do that. We don't do that.
Well, you see, so you can see, if that person is a governor, the whole budget will be cornered to his house. It is very serious. Very, very serious.
So he didn't return the phone.
You didn't know. Why is it no phone?
So he didn't even feel it that, okay, this
Look-
is a
look at
human
the
being
corpse
buried,
here.
let's have fear of God.
So it cut
Subhanallah.
across all classes,
Oh my
really. Shoes are being stolen in the mosque. Are you not aware of this?
Yes, I'm aware.
Is it pamsec that will come and steal
It has
shoes?
happened to me before.
We were traveling from Abuja to one of the states, and then we are about praying Maghrib and Isha combined as those who are on the journey. And we are in a group of about 6 vehicles going for Dawah. When they saw us, the mosque, very big mosque, they have water, they have facility. The first preaching they preached was that, please make sure your shoes are kept well.
Subhanallah.
It's very embarrassing. Now, is it the minister coming to do that, or the governor? It is the poor. So we look alike. It is only those who are responsible among those who are rich and those who are in power that are actually humble, and they know Allah, and they put their trust in Him. The same applies to those who are actually less privileged. That's why we need to work on all segments of life so that we have ideal individuals through ideal families, so that the society will be reformed.
Allah Akbar. Imam Fuad, what do you add to that? You have had encounter with people who are on that level of society a lot. And sometimes this matter of wanting to cheat on people who have money, those who don't really have, some of them, I think they are very good at this.
That's the wrong impression.
Thinking that poverty leads to paradise. You know, it's a very wrong
Impression, yes.
People think that the moment you are poor, you are likely to go to paradise.
Who told you that?
So that you are poor.
Maybe in a dream. You dream of that before.
People assume because you are poor, paradise is certain. Don't deceive yourself. There's nothing like that. You work for it. There is a boy that was given scholarship in our mosque. They asked him to distribute something among his peers. He distributed all. He did not give himself anything.
Allah Akbar.
Somebody noticed, say, where is your own? He said it's finished. They gave him another one, and some people are just coming again. He gave them again. Then those who are in charge of that program, that they were looking at him. He didn't get anything until after the program was up. Then among those who organized the program, he now identified and said,
Come.
which school are you going? He said his father could not afford the school fees. And he was not going to any school. The clothes he has been wearing cannot be less than 1 year that he has been wearing just one cloth. And yet, he's contented. That is where I'm going. It is not allowed that poverty. As a that boy cannot be more than 11 or 12 years, or 13. So the upbringing matters. Because of that, in the mosque, they gave him scholarship. Not only giving scholarship, they say you go and call all his brothers. They give all his brothers scholarship. Because of that. That is to tell you, poverty cannot take you to paradise. That's where I'm going.
It is
You work for it. You work for it. You should be good to other people. Some people, the moment they see somebody that is rich, they believe is because he has cheated them. That is why he's rich. And everything good should not go to such a person.
Allahu Akbar. So it is our character, our mindset, and the faith that we have in Almighty Allah, regardless of a person's position financially or otherwise. Thank you very much. We have learned a lot today, and may Almighty Allah reward you abundantly. It has affected everyone, and I believe wherever it has affected you, you should just go and make adjustment. Arrogance and being ungrateful and being wicked, they are not excuses that we can give because of our wealth position and whatever thing that we have or whatever thing we lack. May Almighty Allah give us the heart and the mind to do the right thing. It has